everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video, a continuation of my last video, which was the unboxing of the Kindle Paperwhite 8GB variant. And I thought that this video was needed. It needed to be out in the world because before I ended up buying this little thing over here, this tiny thing, I searched everywhere someone should have posted such a video. I searched a lot, but nobody had put such kind of a video out there, so I thought that I should do it. Since those who haven't bought a Kindle and are thinking about it, I think it might be helpful. Okay, so without more blabbering and without further ado, let's get this. Is a Kindle Paperwhite. Kindle is an ebook reading device created by Amazon, and in today's video I'll be discussing the pros and cons I have faced, or I have realized while using this Kindle for over, I think, 3 months now. Yeah, it's been 3.5 months. Yeah, 3.5 months since I've been using this device, and I have a love-hate relationship with it. The pros of this tiny little thing. So, oops, I'm holding it the other way around. So the first thing, it is quite handy. It is genuinely lightweight, and the major benefit I found for owning this device is that there are books which are quite fat, right? They're quite thick, and I read during my commute, to and fro to my office. I read during that time. That's my major chunk of reading time. And carrying such heavy books along with my with my other stuff which I carry on a daily basis, it gets heavy. And since I carry a shoulder bag, it really gets heavy on my shoulder. So carrying a Kindle, reading that book on a Kindle, really helps. Since I can carry it, it's very lightweight. You don't even realize it's in your bag, so you have to be safe with it. And also that book does not intimidate. For example, I was reading this book, which is 675 pages long, on my Kindle before I bought a copy of it. It was on the way, but I really wanted to start reading it, so I started reading it on my Kindle till the time this copy arrived. And while I was reading it on my Kindle, I was not at all intimidated by the thickness or anything, and I was able to read it so easily. And now that I've seen how thick this book is, now I feel like it's gonna take ages to finish, and I sort of don't want to read it now. It has given me some negative thoughts. So yeah, that's one of the best parts about Kindle. Yeah, it's lightweight, and you can read as thick a book on this and you won't realize it. Okay, the next good thing, the second good thing about this is the free books. It has to be in the pros, right? So buying books is not exactly a less expensive method. I mean, buying books is heavy on the pocket. Each book, even this one, each book on an average is 500 to 600 rupees, and that is a lot for someone who buys a lot of books. I buy, I think, 8 to 10 books a month. No, I buy 5 to 6 books a month, and working in the book industry, I do see new titles every day, and I have that heart which melts on seeing a book, and then I end up buying it. And yeah, that's very heavy on my pocket, and that's really bad. That's really a bad habit. So owning a Kindle has made me sort my priorities. I read books which I don't want to own, or I don't find it's very important to own such books. I read them over here, and I can easily download them off the internet, which is not exactly legal or not a right habit, and blah, blah, blah. But I do download them, and it's alright. So yeah, so I end up downloading them for free, and I have read books on my Kindle in the past 3.5 months. I think I have read 10 to 12 books on this Kindle, all free of course, and they did not cost me a dime. And yeah, and if I find any book which is very good, and I want a copy of it, I go and buy it. It's like reading, it's like proofreading a book on a Kindle. You can read it, and if you like it, you can go and buy a copy. I mean, that's a really messed up system, but I think that's one of the pros, that you spend less money on books and you can like use that money elsewhere, and or maybe on important books or important editions which you rarely come by. So the third pro of this device, I'll give you an example. I'm traveling in metro while going for work, and I'm reading, and there's suddenly sunlight, then there's suddenly darkness, right? It takes time to adjust. Like if I'm reading a physical copy, it gets really tough to adjust. Like sometimes the font is not visible, and that's tough, right? So but in the Kindle, that's not an issue. The screen, I don't know how they've made it or what they've made it of, but it really, it manages according to the amount of light available, and you can easily read without any disturbance or without any pause. So of owning a Kindle is the font. Now there are some books in which the font is really tiny, like the City of Brass trilogy, the Devabad trilogy. Like why would somebody print a book in that font? Like my eyes are already messed up after watching all those electronic devices throughout the day, and then you want me to read a book which has this teeny tiny font. So no, I hate that, and I end up not reading such books. But thanks to the Kindle, I can just increase the font, decrease the font, change the writing style. I can underline things and all of that. And I think that's a very important aspect of owning a Kindle. You can drink water around your book while reading a Kindle, because this one, Paperwhite one at least, is waterproof. Even though I try not to do that multitasking with water, because like I have that habit, if I'm reading a book and water spills on it, then oh my god, I hate that. But you can do that around your Kindle since it's waterproof, at least the Paperwhite one. Which I found is, since while reading on my phone, I used to get distracted by notifications. So I had to put my phone on flight mode, which could be like if there's an emergency or something, that could be a bad thing. So while reading on Kindle, there is no such distraction which I have faced. Like I just can read and there are no notifications to distract me. When I'm reading a physical book, I constantly need to check my phone, like check an electronic device, be it my laptop, like after every chapter. But when I'm reading on my Kindle, since I'm already reading on an electronic device, I don't have the urge to pick up an electronic device after every chapter. And I don't know, it might not sound like a pro, but for me it is, because that has reduced my usage of my cell phone or my laptop while reading. Okay, now let's get to the cons of owning a Kindle device. Every coin has two sides, right? So that's there. Number one, the format in which you can read the book. So the format for a Kindle is MOBI or AZW, if I'm not pronouncing it right, or PDF they say, but PDF does not work. I'll come to that. So yeah, so these two formats, whereas usually the ebooks you get over the internet is of EPUB format, and then downloading them and converting them to this MOBI and AZW format is annoying. Like for me, I enjoy downloading books off the internet and just holding them on my laptop. But then if I have hoarded like 20-30 books, that which I did initially when I had just bought the Kindle, because I wanted to transfer all the ebooks which I had on my cell phone to my Kindle, but I had to convert all those 30 to 50 ebooks to MOBI format, and that was a huge task, and that is one issue I really face. Coming to the PDFs do not work on a Kindle device, period. Even though a Kindle device supports it, I have downloaded PDFs of Amazon itself. I legit bought them. I have downloaded normal of the internet. There are very rare, there is only one PDF which work. They all work, but their format and then their setting and everything is so haphazard all over the Kindle. There is no fun in reading a PDF format. I ended up converting the PDF to MOBI format, but that was also so messed up. I can't even tell you, the orientation of the page was it was completely messed up. And whoever says that PDFs work on Kindle, please talk to me and I will tell you that it does not. I have deleted all the PDFs I had on my Kindle. Otherwise, I would have shown you an example. They do not work. That's it. That's just, whoever says it does, no, it does not. I will not listen to you. Maybe I will, but I will not change my mind because I faced that issue from day one. I really expected that the book covers would be in color. When I saw that all the book covers were black and white, like, it really disappointed me. I know it feels like a minute con, and I think it should not even be a con, but once you've read books on Apple Books, which is an amazing app, I really wish Apple Books could be used on Kindle. You've read on Apple Books and you're used to highlighting in color and seeing the book cover in color. I don't like watching the book cover in black and white on Kindle, and then since I am on Bookstagram, I have to click photos, and if I use my Kindle, then I have to Photoshop on top. It is just extra efforts which I do not like putting in for no reason at all, but I have to, and I hate it because before buying the Kindle, I thought that these would be in color. Even the highlights, I can't even highlight a sentence in color. Where's the fun? The whole fun of highlighting is in the color, right? So I hate it. I rarely highlight in a Kindle. I usually end up writing things down because it just annoys me that even though I highlight, it's just of gray color and it's so depressing and it's so dull. No, just no. The Bluetooth connection. Oh my god, the Bluetooth connection does not work. I've tried to connect it n number of times, it just does not connect. And in continuation of that, except US, you can't use Audible on your Kindle. Like, what the hell? Why have I paid so much? It feels like I have paid, like, this is an expensive device, let's be honest. Just for reading, we are paying 10 to 12,000, and that's just a lot. And am I just paying for the screen size? Because the only problem I faced in my, while reading ebooks in my phone, was of the screen size, right? Screen size and the Blu-rays or whatever you want to say. So I think I've just paid 12,000 bucks for the screen size. I mean, you're not giving me Audible, you're not giving me colored highlights, you're not giving me anything. I could have downloaded these ebooks and read it in my phone itself. I think just the lightweight and whatever. I'm annoyed. Give me Audible on this. Like, give it to me, and please make the Bluetooth work. Oh my god. Also, another thing which I have faced is when you try to put a password on it. I mean, who puts a password for their books? Like, that's, I mean, you just don't have to, but if you want to, like, I was trying out all the features when it first arrived, and as soon as I put a password on this and I logged the screen, when I unlocked the screen, it asked for the password. Okay, so I entered the password, and after that it just it stopped working. I had to lock the screen again, unlock it, then input the password. Did not work. So that happened till its battery died out, and I had to charge it, and I don't know how I don't even remember how I made it work, but it was just so annoying. Why are you giving a password protection feature when you can't make it work? Let's just hate it. And yeah, can I just change the wallpaper, please? Okay, some minute rants coming ahead which are also cons. My Goodreads does not work on this. It works, but when I give a review after ending a book, it does not update it on my Goodreads. Then I wish I could change these the wallpapers. They're just 3 or 4 and I do not like them. I need something else. It's monotonous, it's boring, and yeah, that's there. And I think I'm gonna find some more mistakes in this, but now that I've bought it for such a huge amount, which I only for reading books, is just I need to utilize it. That's all. So that's it, guys. I think that's my pros and cons video. And just last, in conclusion, I would like to say that yes, because of the huge screen and the ability to adjust font, I have been able to read a good number of books on Kindle, and I would suggest you to go ahead and buy it, because it's a good device, but it is an expensive device. So do buy it when there is a good discount or something like that. Do not buy it on MRP. I think that's a lot. And apart from that, if you use the Apple Books app, like, you know, there is, like, when you change the page, there is that animation of changing a page on Apple Books app. I'm just saying, like, there's this animation. It's not there in this. I hate that. I have a lot of problems with the manufacturers of Kindle. I think, like, the developers, they need to do something about it. Other than that, yeah, I'm spending less on books and I'm reading more books. So all in all, it's a good buy, but good buy, like BUY. But do take my cons into consideration, and do not buy it on MRP. Please wait for some sale, and I think that's it. Bye. Oh, also, I think this is a long-term device if you keep it carefully, since so it will be worth the money in long term. But if you don't keep it carefully and it breaks or something, I've seen people like, their Kindle stop functioning in a year or two, so that's bad. So I would suggest that you keep it, like, in a good condition, so that at least, no matter how much you bought it for, you can utilize its worth. Yeah, that's all. Bye guys, I hope you like this video. If you do, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends.